So we would like to know more about graphology, how it can heal people, and what we can learn about graphology from you. There is a saying that when a person's handwriting is good, his destiny is good. Yeah.
So this therapy is working in his subconscious levels.
I'm curious how changing the handwriting will change your subconscious and change your life.
We have a whole lot of therapies, like what exactly you want, where you want to invest money. Like people say I earn, but it doesn't stay with me. So in handwriting analysis, we even make sure that the money stays with you. Graphology can be sole career and it can be add-on to your profession also. For example,
hello, welcome to Statzone podcast show. So today we have our guest Nidhi here. Hi Nidhi.
Hi.
So Nidhi is director of Graphozone and she is in the field of graphology for the last 20 years and she wants to spread her wings globally and spread the message to people how people can heal through their handwriting and through graphology. So over to you Nidhi. So we would like to know more about graphology, how it can heal people and what we can learn about graphology from you.
Are you aware of what graphology is?
Not much.
Graphology is nothing but it's analyzing handwriting of a person. With the handwriting pattern, we get to know a person's personality, like if his anger, his temperament, his emotional level, his commitments, and many more things. You can reveal a person's whole of the characteristics in that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So where did you learn this art from?
I learned this in Bangalore a long time back, but then I collaborated with few people and then I learned more about it, and this is basically based from USA.
Great to know. So by knowing the character of a person, so this will help to reveal what they are and what they can change.
Yeah, with the patterns of handwriting, like how a person writes his alphabets. People have the myth like it is handwriting is basically if you have a neat handwriting, it means if the person is really good.
Yeah.
And if a person has a very bad handwriting, it means that that person may not be very intelligent. But we don't see a person's handwriting is neat or dirty. We basically see it is the patterns of how he writes A or how he writes B.
Yeah, there is a saying that when a person's handwriting is good, his destiny is good. Yeah.
No.
So is there a connection to that?
No. It's nothing like that. It is basically the patterns, the way you write A totally is related to your subconscious level.
Okay.
When we are young, we in first standard, second standard, we have learnt how to write A, B, and whatever the teacher teaches, and we write according to that. Or if you've seen the cursive writing books, we write according to that. At the age of 5, we are not writing the same what we have learnt.
Yeah.
So we develop our own characteristics by then. So what happens is from that handwriting to 10th standard, we have changed our handwriting many times. So when we change our handwriting many times, our characteristics also have changed from first standard to 10th standard.
Yeah.
We have all mood fluctuations, we have all ambitions, we have everything. So intellectual level also changes from first to 10th.
Okay.
So we arrive at all these conclusions, like that's why we tell that we don't tap at the younger age. So once we don't tap a child in a younger age, because a child has to develop his abilities by himself. We don't have to push him. So in a child's handwriting, as like we learn to walk, basically when we are learning to walk, what we do, we just very consciously we do everything. So in handwriting, first standard we learn consciously. By the 10th we don't learn to write, it comes automatically. It just flows.
Yes.
And it gets into a subconscious level, and that we derive whatever character we have, it comes out on the handwriting.
Okay, so you said till they come to the 10th standard or something, they go on their own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So after that, once people get into their career or they get into their life, okay, I'm sure the handwriting changes.
Yes, of course.
Do you think you can change their handwriting once they are in their middle age or?
Of course. Basically, if they want to change their characteristics, supposingly if a person is struggling with his own temperament, aggression, and that is hurting him, then what we change few alphabets in the handwriting, and that does a reverse. Basically, handwriting we do is like, what is handwriting? Handwriting is nothing but we write handwriting, then get it to subconscious level. Then we do it in a reverse way.
Okay, so
we change the handwriting, then it gets into conscious, and then it gets into subconscious.
So initially we are used to a subconscious writing.
Yeah.
Then we come to a conscious writing. Then again we change our subconscious pattern by a conscious writing.
Yeah,
so that's what you're
that's what.
So by changing the handwriting method, you say that where people can change their temperament or their character
Yes, of
or
course.
their
Yes, of
negative
course.
traits?
Yeah, of course. We have, because we have done a lot of cases, solved problems and issues like temperament, commitment, concentration. Kids don't have concentration. So they lack in concentration in the studies. We change the patterns in the handwriting so that the child develops a concentration level.
So you mean to say the pattern in the sense of strokes, which they use in the handwriting?
Stroke, the pressure. In handwriting analysis, it's just not the how beautifully you write. We have many things like, how the strength is, like how strong the handwriting is, or how the stroke goes about, and the slants and the pressure. We see all of this and then arrive at one answer.
So it takes practice, right?
Of
to
course.
correct your handwriting, to change your destiny. Right?
Yeah, it takes.
Changing your handwriting is changing your destiny. So so we have to put that conscious effort. Right? So how long the effort is required?
When did you start learning ABCD? First standard?
Yeah.
First standard? No, LKG, UKG have started.
Yes.
You took 3 years to learn ABCD, which has got into subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Imagine when you have to change the subconscious, it cannot happen in overnight. So we have to take at least 8 months to change your subconscious mind.
So this 8 months you handhold us every day, or how is it?
Yeah. In 8 months, give each an alphabet, which according to your characteristics and behaviors, we give your therapies. Basically, we have a therapies which we give it to the people, and then we go about it. And if supposedly you're working on concentration, we give certain certain alphabets so that we change the concentration. So, and it takes at least 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you have told you can use graphology for a therapy, where all this therapy is used? Can you give examples? Like
therapy is basically used in wherever a person wants to change, either a child, either middle age, or even an old age. See, when we give a therapy to a child, we see what he wants. Basically, he needs to change his career, or he wants to change his commitment. If a child is very good in sports, and if you force him to study career in his studies, and then it's a confusion what is creating. But in a handwriting, we get to know if a person wants to get into sports, is he aggressive? What is the things required for the sports? The characteristics, we need him to be aggressive and committed and enthusiastic. These are the things we require in a sport person. But if a person doesn't have those characteristics, we suggest him not to go for that.
okay.
So like I have one case study which I can give you a live example where therapies work. This is the therapy book what we use. Here what has happened is we have a child's handwriting. This is where this is used. Basically what happens is there's a handwriting sample of a child who is of 13 and 14 years. This is someone's personal, so I just don't want to share the name or details about this person. So in this handwriting, the parents are undergoing divorce. So the child has locked himself in the room and doesn't want to come out of the room. He's become so silent. He was a very nice, active guy, and suddenly he's seeing the parents getting divorced. So what is happening is this person has locked himself in the room and not coming out, not talking to anybody. He comes only for food or only for certain basic things. So we have read the handwriting and we have understood what this person is undergoing mentally. We analyze the handwriting, and now after this analyzing handwriting, we have given him a therapy. So in this therapy, we are going to work on his subconscious levels. So we have this is the therapy pages we have already. So what happens is we are changing each and every characteristics of the person where we need to change. Now here we have to work on his emotional levels. He's become more sensitive, and he is having a tendency going to a wrong direction in his life. So in this handwriting, people will say, how is this possible? But we have found out that these could be there, that this person may take into a very wrong decision in his life. Probably in future, he may not get married also. And he may get into a wrong tracks, like drugs. So we saw, because he's going into depression. So all these things are seen in the handwriting. So with this handwriting, we have given therapy. This will work for 6, because he's not expressing. If a person expresses, it makes sense. But here he's not expressing anything. So even without expressing, we have found out the details about the child, and now we are giving him a therapy. So this therapy is working in his subconscious levels.
I'm curious. How changing the handwriting will change your subconscious and change your life?
Okay, let me explain. How did you learn handwriting in your childhood? And you took 3 years to learn. So it has got, now do you write consciously?
No.
Do you say how to write A? Have you forgotten?
No.
It is in your subconscious level now. So what happens is now, when you're doing it in subconscious, you are not conscious letting how A, how B, how M. It just flows.
So this changing the strokes.
So now you have developed one stroke.
Okay.
Which reveals a certain characteristics.
Okay, each stroke has a character.
Each stroke has a characteristics.
Okay.
So we read the stroke and then we come. So now how we change is, once you change your, it has gone into subconscious and you have developed the characteristics. And now we go a reverse way. We use your hands, we use your fingers, and consciously you're again writing, and then it goes to a subconscious level. So that's how we change your subconscious level.
So this therapy is not only for a student, it can be even for a 70-year-old person who is going through Alzheimer, or
see, a person who is going into Alzheimer also, it is helpful, because you're using your hand, you're using your stroke, and you're using everything. You're using all your senses. You're using all your 5 senses. So when you're actively using 5 senses, it's actually helpful for a person, because you're active. You're using your senses. If you keep anything stagnant, obviously it doesn't work.
So Nidhi is saying that any person, not just a student, even an aged person, can change their life if they change their handwriting. So it can be a homemaker who wants to change her life, who wants to become outspoken and come out in flying colors. She also can change her handwriting.
See, a person who is never outspoken, the person is always, he can't even speak. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of women who cannot speak out. They cannot speak, they cannot express their emotions.
Even if they want to,
even if they
it doesn't come out.
Yeah, even if they want to, it doesn't come out, because they are very suppressed in their feelings, and they're not, because we have been taught that way that you're not supposed to talk. But in handwriting analysis, we change for your stroke, and after some time you see that the person is so talkative, you have to say, please now.
So you have to change the stroke for that too.
Yeah, you need to change stroke for that. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
So I want to touch upon this another thing which you bring, signature. So how changing a signature changes your life?
See, signature is what a compilation of what your handwriting is, and signature is showing what you are. So imagine the signature, the first letter of signature should be always a capital letter, because it is directly related to your self-respect. So how you want your self-respect to be, the first letter reveals itself.
Awesome.
So if you're putting a round in the first circle and putting a circle and make it more fancy.
My own husband does that round. That.
So don't you see that he's covered himself, not moving, he's not letting him free.
Okay.
So there are a lot of myths about it.
All these shows their characteristics or mindset or moods of them.
Handwriting is also called as a brain writing.
Brain writing.
Yes.
Okay.
So
you help to correct the signature also, so that correcting the signature will again.
In Graphozone, we even correct the signatures also. We have a therapy even for signature makeover, where we change the signature of a person according to the characteristics and what he wants. Your signature even reveals how good you are at money, how good are your investments. So people say that you should not have a line, you should have a dot, but we have a whole lot of therapies, like what exactly you want, where you want to invest money, and how to. Like people say, I earn, but it doesn't stay with me. So in handwriting analysis, we even make sure that the money grows with you and stays with you. And there are few strokes, so that even if you're not able to get the information of how, we make sure that you become in such a way that the mental ability, you become analytical thinker. So even the thinking process we change.
Okay, I'll ask one more question. So if someone wants, if a businessman is not successful, even though he has the best of team or best of process or best of investment, still he's not best of product, but he's not able to be successful and shine. So does he also have to change his handwriting, or signature alone is enough?
No, both goes hand in hand.
Okay,
both goes hand in hand.
One thing helps, changing signature helps?
Yeah, it does help, but in a very small way.
Okay.
But therapy and signature both, it does a very big wonder.
Okay.
So supposingly if a person is not doing good in business, we have to check his handwriting, where he is lacking, what is the problem. what he's going through. Is he going, there are certain things, the person might be very good, like, last few sessions where we had, I saw they were very good in business, they were very good in intellectual level, but their family was, they were not with the family, so they were feeling very depressed that they're away from the family, they're missing their family, the wife and kids. So that's the reason they were not giving a good performance even in the business.
Acha. So with this handwriting itself, you were able to understand the background of the person.
Yes, of course.
Or what is disturbing them, and like, and you help them to correct their handwriting and correct their life.
Yeah.
So this is not just stroke change. You also give them counseling.
Yeah, we do. We do counsel this. We do counsel.
Because it's not just about changing handwriting and life changes. Because his family background is involved. So you counsel them.
No, we don't counsel. See, now when a person is too sensitive, we change a little stroke, and
that changes his mindset.
That changes his mindset.
And the mindset changes when the life also changes. That's what you're telling. Okay, I get it.
So supposing if a child is very aggressive, he hits everything, and he have ADHD problem. So what happens? We change the stroke in the handwriting, and you can see the person, the child becomes very subtle there.
So how cooperative a child is for this activity?
See, but this is like, if a child wants to do it, we just say that just change your handwriting, make it neat, things will be okay. So unknowingly we tell them to write, and the characteristics changes.
So the support of the parents and
we guide them.
Guidance also, the child is able to cooperate for the process itself, and their personality of them changes.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So, Nidhi, where all graphology can be taken up as a career? It's an individual career, or it can be an add-on for their current profession. Can you give a brief on that? And also, how good is the earning potential in this industry, and what is the scope?
Okay, graphology can be a sole career, and it can be an add-on to your profession also. For example, for a psychologist, for his counseling, graphology can be used, because how a person is behaving, is it telling the truth or he is lying? So you can make out with the handwriting, and you can analyze and then go about the individual cases in counseling. It can be used even in forensic, criminal psychology, and it also can be used in company hiring, like employment hiring. So when we look at the handwriting, we just see the personality of a person. If a person is very good in research, concentration is very nice, so we put him in that field. If a person is if you've seen, like, a lot of people come with the resume that I'm a very good in leadership, I'm very good in trustworthy person. So, but then when we look at the handwriting, we actually get to know that
whether they are really trustworthy, whether they have the leadership skills or not.
Yes. Looking at the handwriting, we can even say that the person is trustworthy. Oh, I can give you a very good example. Even the love letters, what you get, the guys should come to us and say that, this guy loves me, or this girls love me or not. Great. You can even find out that the truth about the person.
So anyone, it can be a student who wants to take up a career, or a HR professional who wants to identify the right candidate, or a teacher even to help the student can also take up as an add-on.
Yes, of course. They can take it as a. This is a process, like, this learning is like, it's not that we every day there's a classes, but we schedule it in such a way that it is convenient for everybody. So it's this study takes at least 8 to 10 months of study. It is not just because once you know the stroke, we give a proper training of how to analyze it. It is just not that we teach and leave you. We have an internship also with us, so that after learning, you need to practice with us. Because in this, practicing is more important.
That's how it becomes a part of you. Okay, got it. Yes, great knowing about graphology and signature, Nidhi. So where can people reach you out?
Our company is promoting graphology, and we teach graphology also. Graphozone is a company where we have teachings therapy, and even we analyze also. So you can reach out to Graphozone for any queries.
So graphozone.com.
Graphozone, yeah, .com.
And you do consulting pan India?
Yeah, we do not in pan India, globally.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Great, great. And so it's both online and offline, or how is it?
Yeah, it's both online and offline. Yes.
All right, great, great.
We keep traveling to different places. So right now we are in Chennai, we are going to Delhi, we are in Mumbai, Bangalore, and Pune.
Awesome, awesome. Great to know, and all the very best for your
Thank you so
Graphozone
much.
venture, and may it touch many people and change their lives, and the destiny changes because of your
Thank you so much.
work.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you all.